Live. How are you this morning? It's Friday. Hang on. Oh, that's turned off. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I think I've got the volume on low today. I love this song. This is a really good pumpy wake up morning song. Good morning. I can see you all joining live now. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Emma. Hello. Hello. You look like you had a beautiful Australia Day yesterday. Okay. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Now you're all coming in. Awesome. So make sure you say good morning. Hey, Kim. So I can say good morning back to you, but also lets me know who's here. Kate, hi. You made it. Awesome. I wonder how many we'll get this week today who have gone, oh, I missed it. Oh, I missed it. But I'm going to make it on Friday. I'm going to make it on Friday. Kate did. I wonder who else we've got coming through. That's so cool. Good morning, Georgina. Good morning. All right, I'm just going to move my screens around a little bit now that I can see you all coming in. And I just need to share around, and I've got Robin. Hey, Joe, nice to see you. Good morning. Hey, Gemma. Good morning, all the way from the UK. Good morning, Sonia. This song is called Push Up. I love it. My kids love it. It's got a bit of a swear word in it, but it's hard to get away from that these days, isn't it? Alrighty. Oh, Carrie! Morning! Carrie's my sister-in-law. Hi, Carrie. How you going? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Alrighty. Okay, let me just, and I know Robin is sharing it around for me. Thank you, Robin. Good morning, Melanie. We're just saying a quick good morning to everybody while we settle in. Got your cup of teas. Love your loads. Good morning. 1 week of high vibes, Beck. You did it. That's so cool. I need a high vibes illustration. Actually, I am getting something like that done. Robin, thank you. Robin has been madly sharing the live around for me in the background. Robin does all this amazing work for me while I go live. Thank you, Robin. Rosie, good morning from Dysart. Your dog woken up for good timing. Awesome. All right, let me just turn down the music. It's a good one to get started in the morning, that one. Let me tell you what it's called. Push Up. That's all I know. I have to get my DJ children in to tell you the rest of the information. All righty. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, Holly. Good morning, lovey. Nice to see you, darling. Nice to see you. All right, let me just get my screen all sorted. Here we go. So for those of you that are joining me for the first time, welcome, welcome. For those of you that have joined in all week, well done. And those of you I know that have been joining me since I started these wonderful Live at 55 High Vibes back in October, hi to you too. My name is Michelle House and this is Rich Living, and it's all about your money and your life and things that cross over, like the practical money stuff, crossed over with the mindset, crossed over with emotions, relationships, communication. We cover it all in here. It's a great space to be in, a great space to hang out. And the high vibration is a really good energy to get started in your day. I saw a shirt the other day that said positivity is contagious. So if I can be positive and get you guys positive, and then your families are positive and the people you work with are positive, what a wonderful world it will be, hey? So not only are we getting ourselves into really good vibration every morning, I do cover some topics in relation to money from time to time when I feel like it, from time to time, but also things that are going on in my life, maybe some interesting books that I've read. So it is a really, really cool place to hang out, as I'm sure all of the lovely people that are over here will be would attest to that. All right, another quick good morning. Good morning, Hales. Good morning, Stacey. Good morning. I know you've managed to join every day this week pretty much as well, so that's fantastic. So today, what I wanted to have a talk about is in relation to money, but also I wanted to give a quick wrap up of what we've talked about this week, because we've talked about quite a few things in relation to money, but also in relation to energy. So tomorrow, the 28th, is the new moon, and as you guys are all aware, I love using that energy of the new moon, and it gets it's good vibes, right? Good vibes, high vibes, gets a bit of momentum going. So tomorrow, it is the day for a new start, starting afresh. I know sometimes in our minds we go, let's do that on Monday, let's do that next month. Let's do that tomorrow. Well, tomorrow's tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day to wipe the slate clean and get started with your intentions for the next month. So I do need to quickly mention in here that the Alchemy of Intention Setting program, which I pretty much think you are all coming to actually, or you are all past students of, that is starting tomorrow. So that we do that program with the new moon so that we have that high vibrational energy so that we get awesome results. Okay, if you need to know more about that, beautiful Robin will post a link up in the comments that you can go and have a look at. So in relation to that, it's also Chinese New Year. So just remember that Chinese New Year is all about energy. It's all about getting rid of, so they set the firecrackers off to get rid of all of the negative stuff and all of the bad stuff. I know lots of people had a crappy 2016. So get yourself into that energy of completing that and closing that down. If you haven't done the playbook by now, that's a really great way to get complete about 2016. There's some questions in there that will help you do that as you start to move forward into 2017. And from a feng shui point of view, remember to have your nice, clean, tidy, organized wallets, clean, tidy, organized bank accounts, apps on your phone. What else is there? The wealth corner in your room, which I got it wrong, but I fixed it up. It's actually your southeast corner, people, your southeast corner. No clutter. Get all that energy moving and get organized and really suck in and draw on that energy for the Chinese New Year. It's my favorite time. Oh, look at that. I've just seen Robin posting those things. Robin, I finally got that image right for that link. It kept coming up with the Christmas one. Awesome. That's so much prettier. All right. So today's topic, going on to energy, moving away from energy, is going down another level. I want to just go and explore an extra level of money. So we've got the practical stuff, we've got the energetic stuff and the way that we feel about money. And there's a deeper level to how we feel about money, and that's called shame. Money, shame. And I don't know what that does for any of you when you hear the word money, shame, whether you start to feel embarrassed that you don't know enough about money, whether you feel ashamed that you didn't learn it properly or you didn't pay attention when you should have paid attention. You're ashamed because you're in credit card debt. That heavy, heavy, shameful feeling is something that we need to kind of remove layer by layer so that we can move into that space of creating the rich life that we're all desiring, right? So I wanted to share with you just a couple of things in relation to money shame that sometimes happen on a practical level. It could be when when you're at the supermarket and you do all of your grocery shopping and you go to put it on your debit card or credit card and you get the declined button or the declined announcement. It's more of an announcement these days, isn't it? That feeling of dread, anxiety, shame is the overwhelming feeling there, is also fear. Because remember, there is love and all those feelings above love, and then there's fear down, move my hand, sorry, and then there's fear, right? So the shame is around fear. It's around not being good enough, not having enough, not being smart enough, all of the not enoughs. So when you are feeling those feelings of shame, when the declined hits on the terminal, or even one of my clients from last week was sharing a story with me about how she had wanted to get really organized, went into the department store, got all the boxes that she needed, thought they were at a particular price, had calculated it all in her head, and that's how much money she was prepared to spend, got up to the register, and the amount was significantly different. And there was a moment where she felt guilty. And that's another thing that happens, is that we feel guilty about, uh-oh, I got it wrong. How did I get it wrong? And then we start to question and we say, but hang on a second, wasn't the price this? But the feeling that is driving that conversation is a feeling of shame. It's a feeling of guilt. And when you step away from the actual story that's unfolding there, cash register, cash register, person, the story that's happening, there is actually, and I don't want to invalidate anybody's feelings, but shame is not shame may be the initial reason, but you need to keep building on that. Once you've worked out what the shame is and what the fear is, then you go, right, okay, how do I clear that? How do I then feel good and confident every time I go to a cash register? And that could be simply as saying, when you get to the cash register with confidence and assertiveness, I'm really sorry, that wasn't part of my plan. I actually had planned for $100 and it was $200. Sorry about that. Thanks very much for your time. Which is what my client has actually grown into. She had grown into that space, whereas in the past, something like that would have filled her with dread, anxiety, and worry. And I'm saying her because that used to happen to me, not only her, it used to happen to me as well, where you get to the register and you kind of get embarrassed and you go, oh God, all right, where's my money? I don't have any money in my account. And for me, it was never about credit because I didn't have the credit card. It was about, I hadn't transferred the money from the debit to the whatever card. So make sure that you are investigating the feelings of shame, because within those feelings of shame will lie your money beliefs. And not only your money beliefs, your beliefs about self and your self-worth. I'm not good enough. I don't know. I'm too stupid. I don't understand. This is all too much. I'm too busy. All of those things are getting in your way of having a rich and beautiful life. Is that making sense to anybody? Can anybody comment about experiences that they've had in relation to money shame? It's actually in the program that I'm writing at the moment. This is one of the first things we have to go to, because that deep feeling of shame will block every practical and emotional teaching that I give you. So we really jump in quite heavily at the beginning and deal with those feelings of shame. Unfortunately, I can't see on this screen the like buttons or the loves. I can see a total number. I can see some happy faces and some loving up there. So if I'm getting some comments now, so there is a bit of a delay, so just bear with me. Rosie's saying, I've had that a few times. I took it as the universe was saying, okay, there's something you don't need. What is it? And then put whatever needs to go back. But I still had that dread feeling. Right, so just going back to that experience for my client, and you're saying, the universe saying, okay, there's something you don't need. She actually went home and discovered that she had all the boxes that she needed. So again, that's a sign. And I think if we can start looking at things from a place of, that's a sign, and not get emotionally connected to it and not buy into the emotion of the activity that is unfolding before us, that makes it a little bit easier and go, that's a sign, right? I thought I had the money. What's going on here? I need to get present. I need to connect with what's going on. Do I need this? Is this a desire, or is it is this a need, or is this a want? And it's that little reminder, if we can look at it a little bit more softly and be more gentle on ourselves about the experience that's unfolding before us, right? So that's one of the things that I wrote down, was when you have the money shame, sometimes, I don't spend a lot of time here talking with you about money shame, but it's a very deep conversation, and it's about clearing those. It's about learning the story of when you first heard that. There's so many things that go into dealing with money shame, but one of my tips would be for you is to look at what's making you feel the shame, look at what's making you feel the dread, write a story about it, and then look at it as a story and go, you know what, that's just a story. I forgive myself. That's a good place to start, okay? Forgiveness, and then positive action towards something like that not occurring again. So for example, checking before you go, do I need the storage boxes? Or checking your bank accounts before you go, will I have enough money on my account? So that you don't keep experiencing those feelings. You're then coming from a place of action and a place of mindfulness, right? Emma, I remember as a kid, my brother and I put stuff in the trolley shopping, and when Mum got to the checkout, she didn't have enough money. No cards in those days. We had to put groceries back. I felt so deeply embarrassed we did that to her. Oh, yeah. Okay. So there's an embarrassment of that. So there's a shame there that will be within you and within your little bubbles of energy within your body, Emma. Even though you felt embarrassed that you did that to her, those experiences will still come up for you if they're not cleared. But I know you do a lot of clearing work, so you may have already cleared that stuff. Yes, Beck, my ex used to gamble all their money away. I would usually find out when payments were declined. Wow, okay. So there's a that's a big one, isn't it? So that's back to something I think we were talking about, actually might have been last week, where we were talking about communication with partners. As humans, we're not taught how, when we get into a relationship with somebody, how to have conversations about money. And I know that gambling and alcoholism can be a really sneaky money thing, but there's also conversations that need to be had around money initially. So Beck, I'm happy that you've moved out of that situation. That would have been awful. Robin, great story, so great, detaching the emotion. Oh, what did I do? I clicked on myself. Don't click on yourself, woman. I've just seen the link between that though, and now saying no to my kids, it's still coming from guilt. Still coming from guilt. So looking at those feelings of guilt, looking at those feelings of shame, and looking at how you can flip them into how can I love this situation? How can I be grateful for what happened? How can I, you wouldn't be the person you are today without having gone through the shit that you went through. And that's speaking from experience, by the way. Kate Bell, the feeling of shame made me ignore my financial situation for too long. Just wanted to push that shame away. It wasn't coming from a place of action. And yes, that the feeling of shame, because it's already so deeply hidden, it's quite easy to keep deeply hiding, isn't it? So it's up to us to actually tune in to that heavy dread feeling, and then move forward into action and talk to people, be in groups like this. This is the kind of stuff that you can post in the Rich Living Room group. That group is quite an amazing group, and there's no shame in there. There is no shame, there's no guilt, there's just, hi, this situation is happening for me in my life. Anyone got any ideas? Anybody been through this before? I'm sure if you posted about your situation, your story would inspire somebody else in there who may be going through that right now. So, anything that I've learned is stories of and experiences are what help and inspire others. So yeah, that was a bit deep this morning, but I wanted to kind of wrap up because we were talking about lots of energetic kind of stuff that was a bit out there, and I wanted to bring it all back into here and how we feel in here about money. So money shame, have a feel for money shame in your life. Have a feel for money guilt. Have a feel for where you don't love money. Where is it that you don't love it? One of the things for me right now, I've got a lot on my plate, which I'm totally loving, by the way. I'm totally loving. But, when more things go on the plate, stuff falls off. And today is my day of going around and picking up all those bits of stuff that have fallen off. And some of it is to do around financial forecasting. Listen to me, I'm the money person. But I do need to sit down and do the practical stuff around it. But I need to get myself into the zone. I need to make sure there's no shame and there's no guilt around me not being, so there was a little bit of shame in what I just said there, if you heard it. Not being ashamed and not being guilty about not having done my money stuff yet and then talking to people about money. I'm not ashamed of that. That's just the way it is. I've been able to deliver fantastic content to you guys over the last 4 months, and to create programs for you and to create the playbook and do all these wonderful things. So I have no shame and no guilt. I'm completely grateful for everything that has occurred for my life, for me and my life in the last 4 months. However, now it's time to take some action and do the financial stuff that needs to be done. So did you see what I did there for myself? Maybe you look at that in your life and go, okay, hang on, where can I hear myself being ashamed or guilty? There it is. Right, how can I turn that around? Does that help? All right, my beautiful, beautifuls. Love you loads. And I'm just making sure I've covered everything I want to say. It's the end of the week. Have I done everything? Alchemy of Intention starts tomorrow. I do want to say it one more time because this is the last time that it's being run in this format. It's actually going to be part of the year-long program that is coming up. So it won't be a standalone like it is at the moment. It's $97. If you want to join in, I'd love to see you in there. We have a private Facebook group where we actually go through the intention setting process together. It's a particular methodology that I use that I know that works. It's actually going through a trademarking process at the moment because the methodology is so freaking good. It's awesome. It really, really works. So it brings you to a position of, I'm just getting something off my wall, where you can, hang on a moment, just bear with me 2 seconds and I'll show you. You can see here, I'm not going to show you everything I wrote, but so that's all the stages that we go through to finally get to a position of I am, and that's mine there. I've read that to you before. So, and then that was my intention. So that was the intention that I set for the Alchemy of Intention Setting program, everything has to have it come from a place of intention every single time. I can't just go, okay, there's the third round, she'll be right. No, it's got to have a clear intention every single time, because I'm bringing that energy into those next people that are coming in to visit and play in the group. And the most important thing that I've learned is that it's how we are and who we are that creates our rich life. It's not the $1 million in your bank account. That's not success. Success is right now in this present moment. Success isn't something that we strive for. Success is actually a present moment feeling. So that's what this process will take you through. So if you're interested in joining, Robin has posted the link up earlier in the comments. Emma's saying it's full of awesome people growing every day. It really is. It really is. And we put stuff in there that is, like I said before, it's helpful to the other people that are in the group. So definitely, I'd love to see you in there. I'm pretty sure most of you are already going to be over in that program anyway. And we have two live Q&A calls throughout the program too, where you can actually ask me specific questions and I will answer you in real time. So yeah, happy weekend. I hope whatever you do is filled with lots of richness and of course filled with high vibes. Woo! I'm totally going to get a Snapchat filter that does this and love hearts and sparkles come off. High vibes, everybody. I'll see you on Monday for 5:55. Bye for now.